us. Now, the Delhi High Court has rejected SpiceJet's plea seeking that interest burden be paid to Kalanithi Maran. So the court has not given that waiver as was being sought. In a separate matter, the court has also directed SpiceJet to pay Maran 100 crore rupees by the 10th of September. Let's go across to Ashmit now. He's standing by with more. Ashmit, trouble continues there for SpiceJet, but so far, they continue to appeal order after order. So where does this now leave this matter?
Well, the window is closing down and SpiceJet is having to comply with various portions. At least that's the version that we're getting from the High Court in the first case. The first case was particularly about the SpiceJet challenging the arbitral award, challenging the application of the interest burden of 18%. Now, that may seem small, but over the years that has added up to, as per Maran's claims, has added up to north of 390 crore rupees. Now, SpiceJet said that they hadn't paid the amount so far because, one, they're contesting it on legal grounds. Two, they said that there's unavailability of funds, there's a cash crunch, there's a larger problem brewing in the aviation space. They also invoked the bankruptcy law, interestingly, pointing out that if the company is pushed into bankruptcy, Maran's being operational creditors will anyways not get much. The Delhi High Court, however, was not impressed. It said that the Supreme Court has previously held that the entire arbitral award is payable and therefore its hands are tied. It cannot grant any relief. That was the first setback. Second, the second case was important. This is the case where Ajay Singh was made to appear in person before a single-judge bench of the Delhi High Court. The Delhi High Court had been frustrated earlier by repeated non-compliance by Ajay Singh as well as SpiceJet for submitting their asset details. They've finally done so, but importantly, they've submitted the asset details in a sealed envelope available only to the eyes of the High Court judge. That is something that the Marans have contested, but nonetheless, the High Court there, the Delhi High Court, importantly has held that it wants SpiceJet to cough up an amount of 100 crore rupees to the Marans on or before September 10th, and that comes with the warning, the High Court warning being that if this amount is not paid within the stipulated time, it will proceed with attaching assets of SpiceJet as well as Ajay Singh. Now, later, we understand SpiceJet has issued a statement. SpiceJet has said that, number one, they acknowledge the High Court order, and number two, that they will comply with that payment deadline of September 10th for 100 crore rupees. Back to you.
Ashmit, many thanks for joining us. We will, of course, be tracking this very closely.